I'm starting my TV career since 1973. I training for 1 year, from 1973 to 1974. After I'm graduate, I signed up with TV until 1986. That means including training, I have 14 years experience in TV. So, for a coincidence, I met John Woo. He invited me to play the role in Better Tomorrow Part 1. In 1986, that film, a big success in Hong Kong, and make a lot of money. John Woo happy, I'm happy, the boss happy.
I was quite curious, how did you meet John Woo?
Actually, we know each other for a long time, but we don't have the chance to make a movie together. Better Tomorrow Part 1 is a coincidence. Actually, my part is my role. He's supposed to look for another actor, but by the time I talked to John, I think I'm the real person. I like the character. Would you mind giving me a chance? Then we started to shoot the film.
I know you reprised the role in A Better Tomorrow 3, and you played your own brother in A Better Tomorrow 2.
Right?
What was it about the character of Mark in those films that you liked?
Actually, I'm hate to play again the role, because once the career success and the role success in the film, I don't want to do the role again. I hate it. I really hate it. But for Far East market, a lot of the distributor, the filmmaker, like Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, they need the film for the market. So my boss said, John, you better make the Part 2 and Part 3. Actually, I don't like Part 2 and Part 3. John is my good friend and also my teacher. And we start to create Mark this image for a few months. We discussed the script, we discussed the dialogue, the look, the way he walked, every scene, every shot, we discussed. Actually, I put a lot of my idea and John, his idea in the role. Can you remember a scene I talked with my brother, Ho Guo, in the bar? The whole scene, the whole frequency is the real true story. But I just want to tell John, I have such kind of experience. Would you mind put my story in the scene? Just only one scene. I use my verbal dialogue to talk my experience. Can you change a little bit of the situation about the character? Then I can fit in the whole experience in the scene. They say, yes, I can do that. That scene is really fantastic. I love it because this is my experience. John, he gave me a chance to put a lot of efforts in the role. I appreciate it. For Hollywood, even England, I don't think the director would let the actor to go in too much in the script, right? Even they cannot say anything. But John Woo is totally different. He can give actor and actress a lot of opportunity to pick up the role and put a lot of efforts, experience, everything in the role. It's fantastic. I really love it. we start to write the script more than 6 months. 6 months. And then we start to shoot a film for a year. And I don't have time for me, hard boiled. Kill 3 months. 3 months. Almost except one film called Bullet in the Head. Bullet in the Head. My main role is belong to Tony Leung. Actually, he want to invite me in playing his role in Bullet in the Head. But totally, all the John film beginning in Hong Kong, I can say that 9% get involved with John in his film. No matter props, setting, hair, dress up, everything we talk about it. And sometimes in the acting, he need me to present some of the message that he want to talk to the audience. And sometimes he will teach me how to present his way to be not an ordinary TV actor. He teach me the technique when you're in the cinema, in the screen, how to chip a little bit angle to better looking, or make your looking better. The use of shot is fantastic. I can take so many movies. I can shoot many movies, but John is the special one. Really make me jump out of the screen. You know what I mean? Because the shot, the cut, the motion. And you can see hard boil a lot of the fighting scenes. Why we shoot 1 year and 1.5 years? Because every scene they set up the fire, the effect, maybe for 1 day or 2 days. If something wrong happened in here, it will be cut. Wait for another 2 days to set up again. If NG. And you know, John likes to use the track. So every time we rehearse, every position is very detailed. For example, Mr. Chow closer here, the first effect, and then second step, the camera's here, Mr. Chow fire to kill this hitman. And the camera's here, the first step, the third step, that other effect, or maybe other killers come from here. The whole frequency is continuity. It's very important for him. So we have rehearsal, and do a lot of, kill a lot of times, waste a lot of times. So even back of the camera, we discuss in the location a lot about the story, the shots. I can say that working with John, I'm enjoyed. But except the explosion scene. Because John, you know, his character is very emotional, full of love. He really loves his family, his wife, his friends, especially the male. You can see a lot of John Woo films. They play a very important role for two men, right? Maybe he think in the old day, the people is more simple. The friendships come is more real. But in now, 20th century, it's a cold world. The people, the relationship is very bad, except money. So in his film, he tried to bring a lot of his philosophy in the old day, put it in the film. I think it's good. And you can see that even in Killer, my role is a killer. Killing people is just only his job. He's not evil. He's not killing the lady or not killing the baby. To survive with this world is for money to survive. This guy is real fantastic, I think. It's like just what you say, like a dragon. Like a dragon. It's a real man. Killing people is his job, that's it. No hate, full of love, romance, right? It's a down-to-earth, ordinary people. A lot of people say, John, is this a gay? Why his film always without the women part? You know, men with men together, it's very easy to talk about the real things in the heart, you know. I don't know why John played a very important role for two males in his film, but I can say that in Chinese custom, man to man, it's an honor. It's an honor together, and lady is always second role, you know. In Chinese thinking, you know, at ancient time the Chinese, they can have 4 wives, 10 wives, you know, but not in now, but before. And I think John he can talk to me a lot about his family or maybe his secret. I think he won't talk to his wife. And I don't know why. Maybe he liked the atmosphere with the man more than the lady. So even in his film, you can see that there are few females in his role, in his film, right? I don't know why. Honestly, I'm actually in TV. I play a lot of romance role, acting role, comedy role, but never like in movie. I action actor. No, never. So John would think Chow is the real person he liked, put it in his action scene. But you can see a lot of the Chinese movie, the martial art and some of the kung fu. I can say 90 minutes, 40-80% are fighting each other, right? Or just only kung fu without a human story or love, romance. But John tried to break through, use Chow, use me to put it in his film, use my acting to cooperate with the action scene to present his main theme of the story. He needs a person he really know how to act, you know, that can present the message to the audience. Otherwise, totally 90 minutes to just only fighting each other is no meaning, right? So, one more secret. I'm actually hate guns, hate blood. But John, he really enjoyed this blood. He enjoyed the sound of the bullet. But I'm an actor. Actor is my job, just like killer. Killing is my job. What can I do? When John say action, I have to do it right away. Going to America is one of my fantasy. I think every actor, no matter in Hong Kong or UK, all over the world, everybody wanted to have an opportunity to Hollywood. But I think in this moment, I just only to merge it, to fantasize how I can go into the Hollywood. Because I can say going to Hollywood for me is very difficult for an Asian actor. Except Bruce Lee. I think most important thing is I have to do is sign up a very powerful agents like agency, a very famous agency. They will put me a lot of money to promote Mr. Chow, who this guy, you know. And let the people know what can he do, right? You know Mr. Chow because you love Chinese movie. Even in America, a lot of producers or directors, maybe the actor, they know the Chinese Hong Kong movie. But to the public, I don't think so. But still, my aim, you know, my target, no matter how, I really want to make a movie with John Woo in Hollywood someday. I'm waiting. I think it's good for Western culture and Oriental culture treat to each other. Before we saw a lot of the American movies. We learned from even the story, the scenes, the setting. We learned from the Western Hollywood. Right now, Hollywood learning the Hong Kong film, even the actor acting. I feel fine. It's good for the trading, good for the business, good for the culture.